It's week 4 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. He was a game breaker last week, over 200 yards receiving. It's the Saints and the Bills, and it comes your way next.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. Allen going to look to throw on the first play. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers for Diggs from a week ago: 8 catches, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
Devin Singletary, and right away he lost the football.
Devin Singletary, the ball carrier. Fumble on the play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that will bring up second down. Here's Allen. And Diggs has it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen, and bringing it in, it's Davis. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first. Coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 10 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do it up?
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talk about this training.
Touchdown, Saints! Dawson Knox, 49 yards. And the Saints are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are. This team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by Carson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Allen now looks to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
The Saints are 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Marquise Brown from 3 yards out.
And the Saints have moved out in front.
And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver run that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. A give up the middle to Singletary. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. On play action, Allen. Out to his left.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Corral sets up play action.
On the move to his left. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 30.
To the air again, here's Corral. This one taken in by Olave. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Corral.
This will be caught by Brown. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Little read option, the end result, the first down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block that person, may end up reading the linebacker, may read the cornerback. Just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this worked well for them.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives? So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done. Yeah, well, the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they thought they... chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for him so far this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Allen's throw is complete, and he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down, Allen. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Allen to throw once more. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On second and goal, Allen buying time to his left. And he'll just throw this one over the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
Allen now on third and goal. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The kick by Bass is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. There he goes, right side, past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Texans who've got the lead in the second quarter. Davis Mills, the Stanford man, with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head up to the Motor City, check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they trail the visiting Green Bay Packers as that one's gone to halftime. Russell Gage, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they trail the visiting Ravens in that one at halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. Fakes the handoff here. Corral. He completes it to Olave.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Off play action. Here's Corral.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On 3rd down, here's Corral. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills will take over possession here up at the 44.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Allen going to throw.
That is caught. It's Uzomah.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. 2nd and 2. Now Allen off the bootleg. He'll get this out wide to Singleton.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return. And a
indoors. It won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned. No bugs? None.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful. Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's time. Now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And it's taken in at the 9. 51 yards on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken 25 yards that time.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right?
Corral is intercepted again. That's number 3.
And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
and that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here are the Saints. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Corral getting right back to it after the pick 6. Downfield, and he's got Olave.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Play action here, Corral.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Corral got him in. It's Brown.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here's Corral on 1st down.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack has gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Third and goal. Here's Corral.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up with safety.
Well, it's pretty evident that's not the way you want to try and establish momentum ahead of a possible 4th-quarter comeback, because you needed points there, at least something to build out for your next series. That was neither. Instead, it's a huge play for a defense that now has no doubt it can finish this game off.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And the Bills have recovered.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Allen. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal. The Saints 30-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. Back now here live in New Orleans. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Singletary is in. Touchdown, Bills. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
Oh, this is blocked. The Saints have got it, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No, no doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
That's good for 20. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, it's Corral.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Corral on second down. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Corral sets up play action. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Saints are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Throwing to start the drive. Allen
on the slant. He's got Davis.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Flush to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
Shoves him aside. Well, I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what...
And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now it's Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To the air, Allen.
The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
You see this a lot on corner blitzes because they don't often get a shot at the quarterback, so they want to take it when they can. But this time, the hit came too late. Easy call for the official.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's caught by Davis.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dawson Knox. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And the Bills getting set to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Just keeping the play alive. And this is caught at the 20.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Over the middle, complete. That's Washington. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Throwing again on second down. Allen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bills get a bit closer. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Bills 37.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Corral with it. First down here.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
My partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Saints, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.